Today, I'm back with another mega physical media ranking video for you all. Today, I'm ranking my top 10 favorite 4K franchise box sets from the worst to the best. Now, this is just my own personal ranking list, so as I go through my own, definitely leave your favorite franchise 4K box sets down below in the comments. So, how I made my ranking list was based on overall 4K quality, also the packaging of the box set, and then also just on how I personally like the movies in the franchises themselves. So let's get right into the bottom of the pile here, starting with a trilogy, and that is going to be the Matrix trilogy. Yes, I put this one at the bottom because now we do have a fourth Matrix movie that is just absolutely terrible. But I really like the first one. The first Matrix movie is so good with the action sequences and the bullet time and the characters. I really enjoy that one. Now, the second one does go downhill for me, but I still think it's okay. But then by the time we get to the third one, it just kind of is not there for me. And especially with the fourth one, I'm just taking way out of it. So that's why this is at the bottom. All right, next up, we have a 5 movie collection that is also not complete anymore. And that is going to be the Jurassic World collection. Now that we got Dominion, of course, this isn't complete anymore. But I do really like some of the Jurassic movies. Of course, the first Jurassic Park movie with all the characters and the John Williams score is just absolutely amazing. I really like actually the first Jurassic World movie. I think that's quite good. Now, the other ones in between are around that okay level for me. I can still get some enjoyment out of them. But yeah, that's why I had to put this one at the bottom. Plus, like I said, it's not even a complete collection anymore. All right, next up, we're going to have the Universal Classic Monsters. Now, I know these are different monsters, so maybe you don't consider it part of the same franchise, but because they're all Universal Classic Monsters, that's why I was okay with putting them on my list. But it is excellent 4K quality for these black and white movies. You get deeper darks, brighter whites. It really makes everything pop in these movies. And I really like The Invisible Man. I thought that was surprisingly a great story there. Also, Frankenstein is such a classic one as well. I mean, these all definitely have its merits. And I like how it's a book where you can kind of pull it out. You look at the poster artwork on the inside. Now, taking the disc out of the sleeves does get a little irritating, but overall, I still really like this volume here. All right, next up, we got a trilogy. And this is going to be the Godfather trilogy. It gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. So I had to put it on the list. I really like the first Godfather movie. I can watch that one all the time. Now, Godfather Part 2, I like about half of it. I like the older Vito Corleone story more than the present day stuff. And then the third one isn't as great, but I still think it's a solid movie. But really cool looking box set. They put a booklet in there. I like how the movies fold out with the artwork's really nice. Got tons of bonus features. So great 4K quality and packaging here, absolutely. All right, next, a recent trilogy I just picked up and watched all the way through for the first time is going to be the Planet of the Apes trilogy. I really like Rise. I think that one's very underrated. That's probably my favorite out of the trilogy, actually. And then Dawn is pretty good as well. War's okay, but I mean, the cinematography here is excellent. I love the motion capture they do with all these characters with the apes. It looks so lifelike. You see them riding on the horses and everything. I mean, oh my goodness, just blown away with this kind of technology here. But really intriguing stories overall. So I think this is a pretty good trilogy. I mean, they're fun action popcorn movies. I'll take that any day. All right, next we got a 4 movie collection, and that's gonna be for Predator franchise. So I really like the first 3 Predators in here. So Predator 1, excellent with Arnold in the jungle. Can't go wrong with that. Everybody loves that one. Predator 2, I like them taking it to the city, a different environment. I think that's still really fun action. And then Predators is really, really good as well. I think that one's very underrated. Now, The Predator, the newest one, yeah, I could probably do without that one, but I still just really like how this box set looks. And 3 out of the 4 movies being awesome, fun, action, sci-fi, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Now to get into an amazing trilogy, and that's going to be the Lord of the Rings trilogy. All 3 of these movies are great. If I had to pick one favorite to date, I would go Two Towers just because I really like the Ensign there, and their sequence towards the end is really, really cool. But all these movies are just outstanding. How they were able to do such large, epic war scale moments with all the people they needed involved is just wow, an outstanding achievement in film. I mean, all the costumes were great, all the characters and their character arcs and stories, and how everything gets played out and intertwined by the end of the trilogy, I think just works so well. I mean, even just the motion capture work for Smeagol was excellent. So, really like all three of these movies. Happy they got so much award recognition. They look great in 4K and sound absolutely amazing. So, how to include that trilogy. All right, next up, we got another trilogy, and that's going to be Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy here. Now, I really like Man of Steel. I think that's one of the most underrated superhero movies of all time. I do really like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I will say it's still a little too long, but it's a big improvement over the theatrical cut. They got a lot of characters to work with, so I understand that. They have some great moments, though. Now, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is probably the worst one in here, but it still has its moments. Just wish they focused more on Batman fighting Superman, a little bit less on Doomsday, and we could have had a better movie overall. But I really like this set. I like how it's like a plastic cover over the front to protect. I like how when you fold it out, you can see all the discs, and then also you get some art cards in there. So definitely a complete package there. All right, next. Oh, an amazing box set here. And we got the Karate Kid trilogy. Look at that artwork design. I mean, that's just absolutely phenomenal. And then I love how we have the slip covers for all three of the movies there. You don't often get that in box sets, so that's really cool to see that. And I do like these movies. The first one, of course, is my favorite. I do actually like the third one quite a bit as well. Second one's all right, but they all have their moments. And if you like martial arts, you're going to like these movies. So definitely a good time, but just great packaging, artwork, box set here. So I had to put this way high up on the list. All right, next up, we're on to the top one. Number one, first place here, and it's going to be a trilogy. One of my favorite trilogies of all time. Oh, I just love these movies so much. And that is going to be the Back to the Future. Yes, trilogy. Look at this. The 35th anniversary, limited edition, the Steelbook box set. Look at these Steelbooks. Steelbooks for all of the movies. That is absolutely amazing. And I love all of these movies. I mean, the first one and the second one to me are some of the greatest movies of all time. They're on my top 10 list of favorite movies. I think the third one's really good as well. So, not a bad one in the bunch. They're all amazing movies. I mean, just captures that 80s style and flavor with sci fi wonder and adventure and just all the characters. I mean, Marty and Doc and Biff. It's a great time. Awesome comedic moments in here too, but a lot of fun. So I had to put this trilogy set way up at the top. 4K is great once again, how they look, how they sound. I mean, you get to see so much detail in these movies now with the 4K. Things that I didn't notice before in the background, I can now clearly see. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on that level. If you're interested in Patreon and getting those exclusive content and other perks and all those great shout outs, make sure you check out the link on my channel page for all those wonderful mega memberships. And if you love collecting physical media just like me and being part of this amazing league of mega film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics. And if you enjoyed this physical media ranking video, check out another one. Also like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.